Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. Do you do any crazy things with your Toyota Tacoma? Are you overly protective? I am. You know, as I'm out here cruising around, I actually made a little short this morning about something I've done that's really kind of nuts. We'll get to that in just a minute. But I'm talking about things to try to protect the Tacoma. Maybe going a little too far sometimes. You know, I thought I'd run through the things that I do because I'm curious to see if I'm alone or if you guys do those same kind of things. It'll make me feel a little better if you guys do these things too. Then I'm not so nuts, right? First of all, we just got a bunch of rain here, right? We had a tropical storm go through. Fortunately for us, it was more north. We got some rain, but not all the other stuff that goes with it, flooding, wind, and all that. But that means there's a lot of mud puddles on the road, a lot of water standing around. And I find, probably even subconsciously, I avoid those when I'm in my Tacoma. I mean, it's a truck, right? Why wouldn't you drive through water? But I always think, you know, I've got some electrical things underneath. I don't want water slopping up under there and causing a problem. They're sealed. It shouldn't be any issue. But I do it anyway. I've even stopped when there's a car coming the other way and I can't swerve around those puddles to avoid them. People probably think I'm nuts. They probably wonder what I'm doing, but I do it anyway. Next, letting other people drive my truck. That is probably my number one biggest problem, I guess. Taking it in for oil changes, the free ones that you get, because why wouldn't you take advantage of those, right? Drives me nuts because I know somebody else is going to get in my truck. They're going to pull it inside. They're going to move the seat. They're going to put their hands on it. It just drives me insane. I don't know why. It's like I'm married to it or dating it or something. It's crazy, right? Do you guys feel that way? Do you always get a little agitated when somebody else has to drive your truck for some reason? I don't know. Now, it might be justified for me because a while back with a Honda that I had, some parking lot jockey took mine to take it in for something I was having done and actually ran into the overhead door. Body work needed to be done. I only had it a couple of months. It was brand new. I was not happy. Next up, people riding in it. Passengers. Passengers can drive you crazy because not everybody treats a vehicle the way that I treat a vehicle, right? I'm talking about like putting their hands on things. You ever had a significant other, maybe somebody you were dating or something, and they get in and slap their feet up on your dash? That drove me nuts. Matter of fact, I think I had to say something every time. Never goes over very well because people think I'm nuts. But I don't want your feet on my dash, or even worse, putting footprints up on my windshield. I've had people do it. It's crazy. Back in my much younger days. Not so much anymore. When you get older, people tend to be a little bit more respectful. That or they're just not as flexible as they used to be. So don't move around as much, right? Not that I'm dating now. I'm married. Honey, if you're watching this, I'm talking about in the past. Drinks, food. I hate that. Even though I have drinks in the truck myself, it even bothers me when I do it because I have spilled things before. And what about condensation? You know, it's only 81 degrees here right now, but it's humid. And we have a lot of condensation down here. When you have a drink that's cold, it's going to get a lot of water in the outside, right? And then you sit it down in the cup holder thing, and it gets wet in there. And there's always dust and dirt and stuff floating around, so it kind of accumulates in there. You ever seen a really nasty cup holder? It's got hair in it, and dirt in it, and maybe a French fry or something. I've seen it in used cars. Absolutely disgusting. And I find that even in my own, I can't stop things from happening. You know, if I'll go to the Wendy's, let's say, and grab me a fry, those fries are always heavily coated in salt. Well, I've got my drink sitting down there and I'm eating the fries and I grab my drink and a little bit of salt falls off and it accumulates in the cup holder. Drives me absolutely crazy. people that bring drinks into your vehicle that don't have a cover on them. You know, every time I bring one in, it's got a cap and it's tightened down. Probably too tight, right? But occasionally somebody will jump in and they'll have a cup of coffee and it's full to the brim. That, or you go through the Starbucks, they'll buy one and then they'll take the lid off, right? And it's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Because that coffee is always full all the way to the top, right? And you're watching and you're waiting and you're hoping and you start to think, I do anyway, what do I have in my truck that I can wipe it up real quick if they happen to spill? It drives me absolutely crazy. Parking lots. Now, this drives other people crazy because on the odd occasion that I will park somewhere, and I do occasionally, only if I'm going to run in somewhere, like an auto parts store or something. Maybe I need to buy something to, I don't know, fix something or put on the truck. You pull up and you park 100 miles away because I don't like people parking next to my truck. I have nightmares about coming out and having a big ding in the side because people generally just don't care. They don't look at their vehicles the same way as I do, right? They don't somehow understand that they cost a lot of money, $30,000, $40,000. Why do people think that they should be able to dent and ding and disrespect your Tacoma? Drives me nuts. And the people that say it's just a truck leads me to the next one. Ever helped anybody move anything, or maybe somebody else is throwing something in the back of your truck? And the key word there is throwing. You know, generally when I place things in the back of my truck, I place them in there gently. I don't throw things in there. I don't slam things in there because I don't want to damage my truck. And yes, I know it's a truck. I know it's a bed. I know it's designed to haul stuff. That's its purpose, but it still drives me crazy. And when people put things in there, like if you're helping somebody move or pick something up, let's say, and they slam things into your truck or maybe scoot something along, you know, think about like a washer and a dryer. I mean, you can fit one, maybe two in there if you leave the tailgate down. You lift it up there, and then they have those metal legs, and they scoot it across your bed to push it in. Instead of jumping up and gently lifting it, I know they're heavy, and gently lifting it and setting it where it needs to be. All I can picture are the scratches in the plastic bed. If you didn't know, the Toyota Tacoma has a composite plastic bed. It scratches. It will even chip if you really get on it. So you have to be careful. That drives me absolutely crazy. Anyway, I was just thinking, you know, there's a few things, I guess many, that people can do when they're interacting with your Toyota Tacoma, even though it's a truck, that drive me crazy. Do you feel the same way? Are you as protective of your truck as I am? Leave a comment, let me know. I'd just be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there and respect other people's Tacomas. Bye.